In addition to the trains, you may be able to tell that our neighbor's got a dog. Hi everybody, my name is Rosalie and welcome back to my channel, back to Chubby. I guess now is as good a time as any. There have been a lot of people in the comments who ask me basically, how do you keep going when you don't want to keep going, or when you struggle with cravings, or when you're struggling, when it's hard, when it's hard. Like, I'm apparently having a hard time with this video. And I figured today was a good day to make this video because I didn't want to make a video today. You can probably tell by my face, I'm retaining water like crazy. I started my period, I've been constipated for like 4 days. All I've had today is coffee, olives, laxatives, and prune juice, and nothing is happening. And like, thanks for your understanding if I'm just coming across as just a jerk, because I'm not trying to, I'm just really grumpy. We went off keto last week, and we only did it for 3 weeks, and we're still keeping things low carb this week. And for whatever reason, I seem to have just bloated like crazy. And I'll probably talk about it more when I weigh in on Friday. Hopefully by Friday some sort of miracle happens and I drop some of this water weight, because right now I'm not real happy. My face is all red and bloated, my ankles are bloated, my hands are kind of red and bloated. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. After reading some forums and talking to some other people who've quit keto, apparently it's pretty common to gain a bunch of weight really fast right after you stop. And okay, but it shouldn't be this much weight. And I mean, it's been 3 freaking days. There's no reason I should have gained as much weight as I did. And there's no reason I should be holding on to this much water. There's no reason I should be this constipated. I think I already said I'm starting my period. Nothing's going right today. Just not having it. I don't want to do it today. I don't want to have prepped food today. I want to just like go get a hamburger or a shake or something. I don't want to do it right now, and I think we all have those days. And that's what I'm talking about. So how do you keep going when it's just so much easier to do something else? It's so much easier to just stop. I wish there was like a one-fits-all answer that I could give you, but I think really you have to hit a point in your own life where you're just ready to do what you say you're gonna do. That's not to put anybody down or anything, because I let myself get to 435 freaking pounds. It's not like I never tried to diet. It's not like I never tried to do anything about it. I tried over and over and over again, and I started over and over again. But I finally got to the point where I stopped making excuses and I stopped putting other things above what I need to do for myself, including what I want to do for myself. I stopped putting that first, and I stopped putting my comfort first, because it's kind of gotten to a point where you can do the easy thing and the comfortable thing and the thing that'll make you happy right now, or you can choose to do the thing that will make your life easier in the long run and make you more comfortable and happier in the long run. Now, I'm not saying that weight loss guarantees you're going to be happy, because I think we all know, especially some of us that have serious weight issues, that they come from somewhere. It's also kind of the same thing like with a lot of my knee problems. My knee problems started before my weight problems, and my knee problems contributed to my weight problems. But my weight problems are making my knee problems worse. And working out hurts. And even just getting up and moving around and trying to make myself go do the grocery shopping instead of going through a drive-through, or walk around the table and do meal prep and get everything set up and keep at least this room in my house clean so I can film in it. That's a lot more moving around than I'm used to doing, and it hurts, but I've kind of got to choose if I want it to hurt that way, or if I want it to hurt just standing up or taking myself to the car. Like, do I want it to hurt because I'm doing something about it? Or do I want it to hurt just because it hurts and because I haven't done anything about it? I think that sometimes the hardest thing is just trying to figure out why you want to lose weight and why you got this way. And I'm not saying I have all the answers to how I got this way. I wish I knew how I got this way. I don't. Basically what it comes down to is you have to choose to do it when it's hard, and when you don't want to, and when there are easier things and faster things and more comfortable and comforting things. You have to choose the more difficult thing to do. You have to make a conscious decision, and if you find yourself slipping, or if you find yourself doing the thing that comforts you more, don't beat yourself up about it. Just acknowledge that you did it and do better next time. For a lot of us that are just really off track, you're not gonna just turn into a health guru overnight. If you're having a hard time changing your whole life, try changing one thing first and get that down, then try changing another thing and get that down. Because it didn't take any of us just a few weeks to get to this point, and it's not going to take any of us a few weeks to fix it. No matter how big you are, if you start over 400 pounds like I did, or if you just need to lose 20 pounds, everybody has their own difficulty. I think the important thing is to not get down on yourself when you messed up, and to just keep trying and not letting that one mess up derail you, because I've done that many times to where I'll have a little bit of gain and be like, well, screw it, I'm done. Whatever I'm trying just isn't working. Because especially now, like 4 months into this weight loss journey, which is the longest I stuck with a weight loss journey, let's be honest, there are ups and downs, and sometimes they're out of your control, and sometimes there are setbacks, and all you can really do is choose to keep trying and choose to do a little better next time. Just try your best. And if you feel like you're trying your best and nothing is working, really reevaluate if that is actually your best. I know that's kind of a weird thing to say and kind of hard, and I'm not trying to be harsh to anybody, because I've done it too, where I've been trying really hard and it seems like it's just not working or nothing's happening. And I'm having that kind of week now where I feel like I'm doing everything right and it's just not working. You just have to look at it and make sure. Double check your work. I guess that's probably my best advice. If you're having cravings, you have to choose to ignore them, or choose to like postpone that until cheat day or something. Or if you are having real problems with binging, make it harder for yourself to binge. Like, keep the stuff that you would binge on out of the house. I really wish I knew how to help everybody, but I am having one of those days where I feel like I don't know how to help myself. So I feel like if you are watching this video, or if you're one of those people who commented asking me for help, I think both of us have to just make the choice to do what we said we were gonna do, and think about whether or not you want to be that person who breaks a promise to yourself. Let's go ahead and cut to the meal prep, and I don't know what I was gonna say there. Let's cut to the meal prep. This week Josh and I aren't actually having any breakfast. For one thing, we never seem to get up on time to eat it anyway, and we just end up having it later. So we're basically just going to have lunch and dinner and snacks, which will sort of help limit our eating to a shorter window anyway. For lunch, we're going to have tuna salad boats, so I'm going to make a big thing of tuna salad and just keep it in the fridge. I'm going to dump some tuna into a big bowl, throw in some hard-boiled eggs, which I just boiled on the stove. You can also just use egg whites, but I'm going to use the yolks because I'm trying to keep the protein and the fat content up, and it's just easier. And then I'm going to mix in some mayonnaise and some chopped up celery. You could also use avocado instead of mayonnaise if you want. And you can also use relish instead of celery, whichever you're used to. I just didn't want to go crazy on the sodium, so we're using celery. Then when it's time for lunch, I'm just going to scoop some of these onto lettuce. I recommend that you use some romaine hearts because they're a little bit easier to handle as a sort of wrap thing, and that's about it. Since we're trying to have all of our calories in a shorter window of time, then we are going to have a bigger meal for dinner. We're going to have a giant taco salad, which is basically just some shredded lettuce, some ground meat with some low sodium taco seasoning. I used half ground beef and half ground turkey, but you can use whatever is easiest or cheapest for you. Then I'm going to have 2 tablespoons of shredded cheese, 2 tablespoons of sour cream, 2 tablespoons of salsa. There's kind of a theme here. I'm also going to have some avocado, a 1/4 cup of corn, and a 1/4 cup black beans for some fiber, which I apparently really need, and just serve it all up. For snacks, we're going to have some cantaloupe, which is one of the fruits with the lowest sugar and carbohydrate content, some broccoli and hummus, a few slices of deli meat, and some olives. I don't know how coherent this video is going to be, and I don't know how long it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be a big mess or if I'm just going to come across as really bitchy. If so, I'm sorry. But this is one of those days where I didn't want to do this, and I have to just choose to do it. So, and I know sometimes it's hard, and sometimes you put it off until 8 o'clock at night. But just remember, you're going to have to weigh what feels good and what's comforting now with the guilt and discomfort in the future. That being said, though, don't get super down on yourself if things aren't going how they're supposed to. Remember, we all have bad days. We all have bad weeks. All you can do is try again tomorrow and try your best. So, I will be weighing in on Friday, and you can see what the damage is, although hopefully it's a little bit better than it was this morning. And hopefully some of this swelling in my face and the rest of me will go down. Because even though I don't feel like it, I said I was going to. You can find the shopping list, nutrition information, and meal plan all up on my blog, backtochubby.wordpress.com. I really do hope that wherever you guys are, you are safe and happy and healthy, and just trying your best, because sometimes that's all you can do. I will see you guys on Friday.